Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Leo reading. August 4th is going to focus on the area for you of your position in your community, the way others see you. This is an area of a lot of pressure right now for many of you, with Pluto, your ruling sign, moving back into the last minutes of Capricorn through the fall. This is a general reading. It will not resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, please check out the description box below for the information you need. I'm really grateful for your presence. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started, Scorpio, with your overall energy, the Ace of Cups. This is a beautiful energy about the flow of creative energy, the amount of self-care that you are utilizing as a way of amplifying your imagination, allowing yourself to relax deeply into your gifts, to build upon your vast stores of knowledge, and to engage your intuition in the creative and critical choices that you're making. This feels like it's about the creative process for you and how intimately that is linked with your greater vision of life purpose. In the 10th house, the house of your social position, the area where there is a lot of pressure as a result of your ruling planet, we have the Death and Rebirth card. This really describes for me your ruling planet activity of moving, clearing the decks of old ideas, old beliefs, old expectations, old ideas of what makes success, and actually allowing you to come from your own core of resourcefulness, your own authentic ability to slay your inner demons and dragons. And through that process, releasing this incredible wellspring of resourcefulness, experience, thought, intuitive grace, and creativity that is charging very clearly forward as a part of creating a better world by creating a better product, a better you. In the first house, we have the Judgment card. And this is a card that is quite often associated with your ruling planet, as many cards can be. This is about your focus on maximizing an experience of deep connection that you are exercising right now. You are doing over remaking an aspect of your life that concerns your purpose, your mission, your service to the world. You are clearly activating a vision of what the world is waiting for, what the world needs from you, that unique gift that only you can give, that unique ability to narrate a story of your greater awareness, something that can be shared and that you are now able, despite perhaps many years, decades, or a lifetime of perfecting that skill, you now understand how to make it a success, how to have the impact that you would like to have. And it may be in an unexpected way, but this is about your elevation of awareness, your consciousness, the unity of your unconscious energy coming from the collective through your personal subconscious into your conscious and higher conscious mind. So you are clearly in pursuit of a personal dream. In the fourth house, the house of your foundation, your family, the Knight of Cups is describing this ability to be open, to allow the love that you're feeling, the awareness that you're experiencing to move through your life in unexpected ways. I am so moved in this card by the stillness of the horse, which resonates very much with the energy of the Page of Cups. This card is about not having to move anything uh, in deference to the movement of spirit in your life. This is independent of the physical world, independent of your resources, and thoroughly dependent on your allowing the spirit, your knowledge, your intuition to connect and move your life in the ways that you want them to move. But the standing still is key to the ability to acknowledge, to allow your own awareness to be activated within you. In the seventh house of your significant others, we have the Ten of Swords. This is so much about this really cathartic energy that you have been experiencing for some time. For some of you, it really is literally a decade. For some of you, it really is consistent with Pluto's movement through Capricorn, which it is still finishing up for about a month in the middle of the fall. You will be sewing up, wrapping up, dipping in, summarizing, gaining that last piece of liberation from an old order, literally. And it's no accident that our election season in the US is concurrent with Pluto's release from Capricorn, ultimately to move into Aquarius for the next 20 years. So there is a sense here that the old is dead and dying, and that there is new energy that for which you have cleared away the decks in your personal life and allowed yourself to see yourself as whole and complete. I hope this reading is resonating for you, Scorpio. If so, please like this video. Share this with others. I always love hearing your thoughts. Please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It means a lot to me to be able to sustain my channel so that I can continue doing this for you. And it's been a slow process, but I've been loving every minute of it. And I've pulled for you the praying mantis. And the key word is tranquility. Be still, take time to regroup so you can perform at your best. With patience, success will happen just in time. And the timeline I laid out may be relevant for you around the fall when Pluto dips back into Capricorn in the last minute or two before springing forward or moving forward in the middle of November into Aquarius. So if that's relevant to you, if that feels like it's something that may be coinciding or overlapping with something you're anticipating, I'd love to hear about it. And from the Hummingbird Oracle, I pulled Feathers from Heaven. These cards are so densely rich and light. Gentle messages of love and support are drifting your way from loved ones and angels. Beautiful. I'm going to clarify the judgment in the first house with the Empress in the second house and the Five of Cups in the third house. You're really about your values that are linked with your productivity. And for those of you that are creatives of whatever sort, a business can be a creative product in and of itself. It can create products. This is deeply, the ability to be productive is critical to your creative process. The creative process is nothing if it doesn't present results. And you are very in sync with your own natural rhythms, the rhythms of your audience, your peers, your collaborators. There is a flow to your ability to generate ideas that maximize on or build on your desire for greater abundance. Abundance can be more, excellent, better products. Uh, and it can be more resonance with your audiences, your students, your clients. But here you are perfectly in sync with what is required and how to do that in a way that gives you joy and satisfaction in the experience, but also knows how to recognize rewards, recognition, to allow yourself to be celebrated and to be loved. The Five of Cups in your third house is about your way of communicating. And part of the process for those of you that are writers, that are communicators, that are marketers or presenters, is a way in which you are embracing, grieving the ways in which you have not been successful in the past. And the way that you are grieving that is also a part of this release that you're experiencing, this letting go, this allowing your emotions, authentic emotions, to flow so that you can be left with a sense of greater self knowledge, greater ability to understand your story in order to be able to narrate it. This puts you in a position of deeper gratitude and an awareness that everything that has happened, the challenges you've experienced, have been purposeful, have been intentional at some level, and have improved upon your ability, your willingness to be joyful in the exercise of your gifts. The Knight of Cups in the fourth house is clarified by the Six of Jades in the fifth house and the Eight of Jades in the sixth house. There's two things going on here that are very important to your, again, creative process, and that's what's coming to me for those of you that are literally artists of any sort, and also those of you that are entrepreneurs or business people. All aspects of our lives uh, are marked by our creative energies. It's about the style, the way you do things that is unique and authentic to you. This is particularly relevant for those that are rendering creative products, that their products stand for them, represent them, or some aspect of their lives. So with the Six of Jades, or the Eight of Jades, this is the work you do at really improving on yourself, the way in which you understand your personal development, that is, the improvement of your skills, the improvement of your own character, the ability to work diligently, to devote yourself to your craft in a way that expresses a love for what you do. This is intimately bound up with the love of your work, so that beyond whatever rewards you hope for, whatever recognition you receive, if that wasn't even involved, you would still crave the desire to be compelled to do the work you do. This is losing yourself in the devotion of your craft so that it becomes successful in and of itself. The Six of Jades is really the way that you are negotiating all your relationships and exchanges, particularly for you who are committed to some kind of a collective or collaborative, a community process, a way in which you're engaging with others so that you are very clear and explicit about the terms of that engagement. This is about agreements, creating contracts that make sure that those overgivers of you, and you know who you are protecting yourselves and also stepping back in a way that allows those that you care for, that you interact with, to do their share so that you're not burnt out, you're not resentful at the end of the day. This is a hard act for people that have not only competency and skill around what they do, but love for what they do, a desire to drive the production of those products or uh, materials that they are presenting. In the seventh house, the Ten of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Swords in the eighth house and the Eight of Cups in the ninth house. Two eights, significant. Here is the second ace in the house of shared resources for you. This is naturally your house, and this is I sense this as a new way of understanding how and what you share with others. You're considering alternatives, and this really is in sync with the movement of Pluto out of Capricorn into Aquarius. You are on the verge. You may have had intimation since the spring of this year about an alternative to the program, the plan, the group, the organization that you have committed to. Not alternatives necessarily to your commitment to them, but to the way that you are collectively engaging in exchanging, improving, investing in yourselves and each other. This is a beautiful card about your illumination, your ability to understand the power of the ideas that you are representing, you are promoting, and that these ideas are really about justice as much as they are about truth. So this is flavoring and having an impact on the mission, the vision of your organization, and the work that you do with others. The Eight of Cups continues to come up for you, Scorpio. This is coming up with a lot. This is, for me, at this time, this is describing an alternative community that you have engaged in frequently. It may be a place you travel to for respite. It may be an alternative location or family community that you balance your production with, that you engage with. There's a way in which you feel that you've reached a limit, that this community has given you the courage to move on to your next step. This is very much in line with your stepping into the ultimately most significant challenge for you, the level of production that is really stamping you, marking you, that you're taking full responsibility for as you put this out into the world. This becomes the basis for your wider dissemination of ideas, the way in which you engage in a learning community and elevate what it is you do so that it is impactful in a way that you may have never imagined possible. The Death card in the 10th house is clarified by the Four of Staffs in the 11th house and the Four of Cups in the 12th house. This is all about stability. The Four of Staffs first is about an achievement you've created, and this is describing to me a community that you've established, an alternative community, a worldwide community, a place in which you connect what you do wherever you're at with people afar, with communities, tribes, families, far afield from where you are located. This is putting you in conscious connection with creating, celebrating that sense of accomplishment that you have established in your life and that you are leveraging into the arena of humanitarian uplift, whatever that means. This is about improving upon the world, making a better place, the world a better place. And this is very much resonating from this idea that you're opening up to a new idea of what constitutes truth and justice, and creating a community to hold that container for you and those that you are committed with. The Four of Cups in the 12th house is about a sense that you have had, despite the incredible dynamic motion here, that doesn't mask your ability to sit with yourself, to align yourself more and more with things that support you rather than things that you give away in support of others. This is a shift in the terms of your gifts, your competency, your ability to do things well, to organize things on behalf of the learning of others, the care that you give to others within your charge or that you understand are deserving of your support. There's a shift in the way that you now recognize that this safe bubble, no matter how social this bubble is, it protects you. And there's a sense that you have, there's a restlessness about the community, the pathway you've set, a restlessness that coincides with the sense about gaining the courage to move on to the next step. For you, it may not be obvious to others, but within you, you're understanding that changes must be made with, my sense is, this current community that you participate in, no matter how disparate it is. For many of you Scorpios, I always get the sense that you have a global community where you exercise your gifts, you barter your talents, gifts, and in exchange, and that ability to move through the world with your gifts is something that you are challenging. You're attempting to move it to a new level of impact. And that restlessness is about challenging that bubble you maintain in order to do this work in this way. This is something else I'm incredibly curious about, Scorpio. So I would love to hear your thoughts about that, if this is making sense to you, if this is resonating for you. I'm going to finish up this reading with a Yogic Path Oracle. And I'm again hoping that you are enjoying this, that this is useful for you. I pulled the card Kriya. And Kriya is described as effortless flow. Life feels like a river that you are graciously floating down with ease. You are on the path of your highest purpose, and doors are opening for you. One connection leads to another, and things are moving at high speed. Don't feel overwhelmed. This is how life is meant to be experienced. When you're in this flow, everything requires far less effort. The universe is propelling you in the direction of your purpose and providing you with assistance to fulfill the very important role you play. You no longer have to push, but rather can surrender to the greater forces at play. Keep up the flow and don't lose sight of your greater goal, uplifting the vibration of the planet. Thank you, Scorpio. I have no words for the joy that I experience in delivering this message to you. So, namaste.